you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Welcome everybody, it is Bulldog here with what I hope to be a fairly quick video. I didn't have a video planned today because I'm kind of feeling sick, but we've got some new info that I need to go over. I have to cover this in a video because this is generating a lot of outrage and we need to go over it. Today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Friday is normally when the AMA is. They normally drop some tidbits of info in the AMAs, but there is no AMA tomorrow because of Hive Fest. So we got a little info early today, and I don't like it. I know a lot of you are not going to like it. So we have a new timeline for Chaos Pack sales. So right now the pre-sale is going on. The first 1 million packs need a voucher. They're sold in the pre-sale. The next 2 million packs are going to be sold in like a kind of what we're calling a phase 2, where the vouchers are going to be airdropped twice as much. So it'll take a month to get 2 million airdrops, and those next 2 million packs will require vouchers via the airdrop. So first 1 million packs in pre-sale, next 2 million packs in general sale require a voucher, and then after that, everything from then on is released immediately, and it does not require a voucher, just a straight $4 pack. A lot of people were excited. We're waiting for those $4 packs. And I've been saying that I don't think they're going to be there very long. I think they're going to sell it the same day. And I now feel like we might not even get there at all, because there is now a new phase after the kind of phase 2 where the vouchers are required. At the beginning of general sale, there are going to be private buys for groups that are spending more than $100,000 at a time. This is intended for guilds. There are a lot of guilds that are talking to the devs and wanting basically exclusive access to put some massive buys, to put some $1 million buys in. And so what it's looking like is that if you are buying anywhere from $100,000 to $999,000 worth of packs, you will be able to buy then and get a 5% discount, and you'll be able to buy the packs earlier, so that, I mean, after phase 2, but kind of before everybody in the general sale, so you're going to get the earlier airdrops. Anybody buying over $1 million worth of packs gets a 10% discount. And again, this is to cater to these huge guilds. I mean, you've got guilds like YGG that have a $600 million market cap, where these guilds combined probably have a billion dollar market cap. And they're trying to get a lot of players in from these guilds. And I understand the approach there of trying to get all these new players in the game. You give these guilds all these cards, and they're going to distribute them, and they're going to loan them out to their guild members so that they can play. And I understand that that's going to bring a lot of players to the game. But I do not like the cost that it comes at, because I think we might sell out everything in the private sale. We might. And I don't know what things are going to be looking at, how much they're going to take, but I don't like that there might not be a general sale for your average player who's been playing the game already and is waiting for that general sale. And even if there is a sale, it's going to be even shorter, even more condensed, and people aren't going to give access to packs. And so one of two things are going to happen. Either that fear is unwarranted, and the packs are still going to be there for people to buy in the general sale, and it's not really going to matter. And if that's the case, why do we need to cater to these guilds and sell to them early? Just let them buy their $1 million worth of packs in the general sale like anybody else can. So why do we feel the need to cater them and give them a 5%? Are they really not going to buy if they don't get their 5% discount? I mean, it's going to be worth it. I talked about it before, it's such a no-brainer to go buy these packs. They're going to buy them anyways. Or they wouldn't be able to buy them anyways, because they might not get their buys in, because there's going to be more than $12 million worth of money, 12 million packs worth, that'd be almost $50 million coming in, and maybe the guilds won't get to get their buys in. So if you're catering to them to want to make sure they get their buys in, that means you're kicking out some of the other people. And I just don't like how I don't like catering to the big guilds, especially since I mean especially this whole thing is supposed to be decentralized and all of that. And I get all that, and you've got all these people that are anti-corporation and talking about all of the things that are going on there, and then you're gonna go behind enclosed doors and sell privately to the guilds, which are basically the corporations of the NFT here. They're the ones that are hiring, they're the ones that will own all the packs and hire out the players to play with them, paying them oftentimes not very much to basically harvest their fees for them and get their returns, so these guilds make millions of dollars. And I just don't like that approach. I do not like that approach whatsoever. And either way things go down, I think it's unnecessary, and I don't like it. Now, that said, if that's the way it's going to be, if that's how the game's going to be played, I'm going to participate. I'm going to be getting $100,000 worth, so I can go and buy earlier and make sure I get my buy-in and get my airdrops in. I talked about before how my one concern about liquidating all these, like I would be prepared to liquidate 6 figures, but what was stopping me from doing that was not knowing if I'd even be able to get my buy-in, because I'd be worried that okay, as the clock counts down to the general sale and it becomes available and I go to buy, and the servers crash and it's the bots that get the buy or whatever. For some reason I can't get that many packs bought, and now I've liquidated all this stuff and I can't spend it. This would benefit me. It honestly would benefit me, because I can be prepared to get 6 figures worth. We can get a small community together of people buying $10,000 at a time, and have well more than 6 figures, and go through and submit our bids and be safe and submit that ahead of time and get everything done and get everything bought early and feel good. So this actually benefits me and can help me, and I still hate it. I don't like it at all, and I know you guys aren't going to like it. I know you guys aren't going to like it. You haven't liked how the vouchers system, you felt the voucher system catered to the whales to begin with, which, I mean, I get the point, but the voucher system also stopped these guilds from coming in and buying millions of dollars worth of packs and not making the packs available at all. The vouchers are what kind of, they actually slowed down the whales more than they helped the whales, just because there's so many people like myself. I would like to spend 6 figures on packs, but I haven't been able to do it because I don't want to spend 5 times as much buying the vouchers. So the vouchers really kind of stop some of this, and now we're catering to the whales. Like, now we really are. And I don't know, maybe this is just a FOMO move in order to motivate people to go get vouchers now while the packs are still there. Suddenly those $8 packs on the market aren't looking so bad now, because you might not have any choice later. So it might just be secondary market forever. There might not be a public general sale with no vouchers. And I don't like that. I don't like it, and I don't know. I'm fine with these guilds coming in and buying all these packs, but do it the same way that everybody else is. Why do the guild players get to come in and cut the line in front of everybody else? Some of you players have been playing this game for 4 or 5 months, and because you're not spending a ton of money, you've maybe gotten some vouchers, but you haven't gotten near what you wanted, and you've been waiting patiently for this general sale, and now it's looking like you might not even get a chance to participate. And I absolutely hate that. And maybe it won't turn out that way. Maybe there'll be plenty of packs available. But like I said earlier, okay, if there are plenty of packs available, then the guilds could have just gone out and bought those. There's no reason to negotiate these deals privately and do all of that. And in Mav chat previously, Aggroed even said that one of his biggest regrets was selling SPS to private investors. And this just seems like more of the same thing to me. It's going and selling it to private investors, and yes, it's private investors that are going to allow players to play the game. So that part does make it a little bit different. But I don't like the direct private sale. I don't. I don't know. I don't agree with it. And yeah, they're bringing lots of players to the game, but how many players are we going to push away because we're skipping them and selling directly to these other people who have never been playing the game before? And we're skipping over all the people that have been patiently waiting for this, waiting for these packs to come out for months and months now, and now they might not get access, and I absolutely hate it. And it's, in my opinion, it's one of the worst decisions if they go through with this. Again, this is not final. This is not official or anything yet, but if they go through with it, in my opinion, it's going to be one of the worst decisions that they've made, which they haven't made many bad decisions, to be fair. So saying it's the worst decision is not. They've mostly done things correct. And I've been accused of being a shilling Splinterlands, and no, I just hype up everything they do and I'm gonna agree with them no matter what they do. And no, that's not the case. I'm usually supporting Splinterlands. There are very few things that I have disagreed with. This entire Chaos Pack sale and setup, I haven't really liked. Vouchers, I've absolutely loved. I've disagreed with a lot of you in that I love the voucher system, but I didn't like how there was no set plan in place. Or like as soon as the voucher system started, I thought there should have been a set plan in place, and that should have been followed, and gone along with that, so that everybody knew what was coming and could plan accordingly. So I don't like how things have changed 3 or 4 different times, and then I don't like how the voucher system just is suddenly being ended with the mass general sale, and now you're not even allowing people to get in the mass general sale, or potentially not letting them get in because you're selling everything privately to whales and huge investors. And it's not what I want to see. So everything else I've loved about the game, and I don't think this is not going to kill the game. Every time there's a decision that somebody doesn't agree with, oh, this is the death of the game. Well, no, because I'm going to invest if this goes through, I'm going to invest 6 figures in the game. If that's in these packs, if that says how much I still believe in the game and I still like what they're doing going forward, there's so much that they're doing that's absolutely amazing, and this is not a deal breaker for the game or anything like that. So yes, it's going to drive some players away. They're going to bring in a bunch of players from guilds, from these massive guilds, and so I mean it's not like it's going to kill the game. Okay, it's not that drastic. And the bottom line is that if you're a new player trying to get in right now, buying packs is actually not the best way. Buying packs is more of an investor strategy, to be honest, than it is an individual low budget player strategy. If you have a low budget, you should be taking advantage of all these cheap cards that are about to get dumped on the market when Chaos comes. And that should be your game plan, and that should be your way into this, okay? So it's not necessarily going to hurt a new player's ability to build their deck. But I still think that access should be there, and people just like to buy packs. It's fun to open packs, and you're still going to be able to get them on the secondary market for relatively cheap. But I just don't like the approach. I don't like it, and I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to go on. I'm not going to like everything, despite what you guys say sometimes. I'm not going to agree with everything Splinterlands does, and this is not me bashing them as a company or anything like that, because overall, I'm still been wildly supportive of everything that's gone on, but this one just isn't for me. So thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you next time. I'll see you tomorrow on the live stream. Hopefully I'm feeling better. My throat is hurting just rambling on for about 13 minutes here, but we're going to have some fun. We're gonna break Dark Squirrel out, I think. Start playing with him a little bit, and you guys are gonna see some Champion League battles. I'm starting to push further and further into Champion League, so come check me out. I'll see you then. Have a good night, guys.